Hello, my name is Edgar again from Holland, and I like to continue where I started. And today I like to give you some tips and tricks on how to reduce the CO2 in the atmosphere. I like to talk about lamps and light. In the first place, light is energy, of course. I mean, you see it here on me as a shining a lamp. The first thing what you can do is buy a lamp, not an old type of lamp, a glowing lamp, but preferably something like an LED. And I have see here just an example of an LED lamp. LED stands for light emitting diode, and a diode is a certain electronic component, and in this case they modified it so much that it starts emitting light. And this is one of the most energy saving lamps that exists right now. For example, here you have the ancient, it says here, I don't know if you can read it correctly, but here it says the old glowing lamp with a wire that Thomas Edison invented, which had its use for the last, 120 years, I don't know, whatever kind of years. But it's very energy consuming and thus CO2 producing. So here you saw that the old glowing lamp took 40 watts, 40 joule per second in order to glow, and but now we have lamps. This LED is requiring only 6 watts, so it's about a factor of what is it? 6 times 6 is 36, about 6 times less, 6.5 times actually. So replace your lamps with LED lamps. Yes, they may be a little bit more expensive, but they last longer, so you have to buy less of them, and it's energy reducing. Another thing what I'd like to discuss about lamps is if you have a lamp turned on and you leave a room, you better switch the lamp off. It is often heard that leaving the lamp on saves energy. Well, that's a fable. That's not true. It's a myth. And to talk about myths, this is found out by the Mythbusters a couple of years ago. They tested this myth, whether it's true or not true, and it turned out to be that it's not true. If you leave the lamp on, it costs you more energy than if you turn it off for a few. Only 2 or 3 seconds is enough. So if you leave the room for more than 2 or 3 seconds, then you start to save energy. Now you can also reason, well, it costs energy to make a lamp. I agree, fair deal. So if you want to be sure, put the lamp off after 10 or maybe 15 seconds. So if you leave a room more than 10 to 15 seconds, then you also include the construction of the lamp if you want to play it safe. But if you say, well, I don't regard the energy consumption itself, then 2 or 3 seconds is enough. If you leave the room 2 or 3 seconds, it's profitable energy-wise to put the lamp off. But if you, I can understand that you say, well, constructing the lamp also requires energy, and that's true. So if you want to play it safe, if you leave the room 10 to 15 seconds or more, then put it off. You save energy by it. This one I want to a tip and trick of saving energy with lamps. And I'm just speaking, of course, of regular household lamps in your own house. Okay, this was it for this subject. Maybe later more if I come up with some new tips and tricks on lamps and light and saving energy by it. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye bye. Hasta la vista.